How's it going, everyone? Simon here from CD Revival. Back from a little bit of a time off. I had about a month since I did my last video. Just finding the time to do it, really. I've been busy with work and everything else. So thanks for everyone that's stuck with the channel. Thanks for a few new subscribers as well. So that's really cool. And today we're entering the T-zone. So we went through everything in my collection that starts with S. I have got a whole bunch of new stuff, to be honest with you, but we'll do that probably next time, because I've still got a couple of new bits arriving, like new albums as well to show off. So the Bruce Dickinson album I got today, so I've listened to that like 3 times already today, so that's pretty decent. But we'll show that on the next video. And obviously the Judas Priest new album, I've got that pre-ordered. That comes out next Friday, so we'll wait till then to do my new CDs. But yeah, so entering the T-zone, we could probably get this wrapped up in 2 videos. I think there's a fair few bits to get through, but we'll start today. So start off with Tenacious D. I've got pretty much most of their stuff. This is their first album, probably their famous, probably the most famous and best one, sorry. Yeah, it's got things like Tribute on it, and Fuck Her Gently, Wonder Boy, and all sorts of other stuff. It's got a few skits on it. Dio's a really cool track as well. Yeah, funny album. They're a talented band, I think. I think Jack Black's a good singer. I think KG, Carl Gass, is a good guitar player as well. And, pretty talented. The first album is the best one. But still, the rest of their stuff is fairly good. I'll show that off now. But so yeah, first album, self-titled. Then we have Pick a Destiny, which is the movie soundtrack, if you like. Second album, they did the movie, which is kind of comical, fairly decent. The album's got some good stuff on it. Things like Kickapoo, which has got Ronnie James Dio guest vocals on it, and you've got things like The Metal as well, which is a really cool metal track. Yeah, some really good stuff on here, and another decent album. Then they did Rise of the Phoenix, which is this one. Not so good, this one. Still, it's got some good stuff on it. The title track, probably, honestly, the best track. So yeah, not Death Star is pretty cool as well. But yeah, not a bad album. And last one of theirs I've got is this one, which is Post Apocalypto, which is a bit of a sort of concept-y album with a story going on in it as well. When did this come out? 2018, I think so. Quite a while ago. Not too bad, actually. It's okay. It's yeah, say quite comical, and yeah, not too bad. So that's the 4th album of theirs. Next we go into Trivium. I've got Ascendancy, which I think is their 2nd album. They hadn't, for me, quite found their complete groove at this time, but still quite a decent album, Ascendancy. But yeah, a good band. I do like Trivium quite a lot. The Crusade, this is an excellent album, really loads of good stuff on here. Entrance of the Conflagration, Anthem, both absolutely superb tracks. Detonation as well. Really, yeah, not a lot to complain about on this album. Just a really good metal album. Next one up from them is Shogun, probably my favourite album of theirs, to be honest. And this was, I think, the first album of theirs that I did here. Might have been might have been this one actually, The Crusade. But certainly, I think Anthem was the first track of theirs I heard. But Shogun, yeah, really good album. Things like Down from the Sky, Kirisuke Gomen. The title track Shogun's an absolute masterpiece as well. So very, very good album indeed. If you're looking to sort of get into Trivium, I'd probably recommend this one as the first album to listen to, because it's really, really excellent. Next one, In Waves, the album after that. This one probably one of their heavier ones. Good album once again. Oh shit, a bit heavy-handed there with the case. Say one of their heavier albums, Built to Fall, In Waves, the title track. Really like super heavy stuff, so very, very good. This one is the Snow one. I never bloody remember of it. Silence in the Snow. I can never actually remember the title. This one is, he does just clean vocals on it. There's no of his sort of like traditional like metalcore screams on there. I think the story at the time was that he'd done his voice in, so he could only do clean vocals from now on. But still a pretty decent album. I say a little bit more melodic than before. Silence in the Snow, now that I've remembered the title. This one, I've got another one of theirs as well actually, hang on. Yeah, this is in my recent purchases actually. Vengeance Falls, this one. Not necessarily one of my favourites of theirs. This one's produced by David Draiman, the Disturbed like main guy, singer, etc. And it has got a bit of a Disturbed feel about it. I'm not a massive fan of theirs, quite honestly. Much prefer Trivium to Disturbed, but still not a bad album. And that brings us up to their most recent album, which came out I think in 2020, tail end of 2020, Court of the Dragon. Probably my second favourite album of theirs. Love the cover as well, really, really, really cool. This has got loads of bangers on it. Production's superb, and yeah, the Phalanx is one of their best tracks. The title track also very, very good. But yeah, superb album, this one. Do like this one a lot. So that's pretty much all the stuff I've got from Trivium. I know I'm missing like their first album and a couple of the other ones, What the Dead Men Say, and the other one, which I can't remember, that came out just before their most recent one. All good, probably get those at a later date. So yeah. Now we're into Twisted Sister, Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Their second album, Under the Blade, I don't have. I would love to have Under the Blade, but it's like really hard to get hold of and therefore pricey. But You Can't Stop Rock and Roll is a superb album. Probably my second favourite after Under the Blade, which is obviously one that I don't have. But yeah, there are no shit tracks on here. They're all really good. Kids Are Back, Knife in the Back, Ride to Live, Live to Ride, I Am, I'm Me, which is a massive single here in the UK. Power and the Glory, We're Gonna Make It, I'll Take You Alive, the title track, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll, and the ballad, You're Not Alone, which, yeah, they're all like great tracks. But this is a really, really cool album. A bit of an underrated band, I think, Twisted Sister. They were huge on their next album. But yeah, this one is well worth picking up. Then we've got Stay Hungry, which was their big album. The big singles on here, We're Not Gonna Take It, and I Wanna Rock, with their mega videos. Stay Hungry is another good one. And you've got the Horror sort of song with the two-part song as well. Burning Hell's really cool. The Price is good. SMF is good. A decent album, say their biggest album by a long shot, but not quite as good as the two that came before it. Come Out and Play is the album that came out after that. This one's got the horrific cover version of Leader of the Pack on it. This one's a trickier one to get. Actually, it took me a while to get this. It's really not that brilliant an album either. The title track is excellent. Leader of the Pack is horrific. You Want What We Got, very catchy. Be Cruel to Your School, I think that's got Alice Cooper on it as well. King of the Fools, Kill or Be Killed. The original, I remember the original LP, the manhole cover there, lifted up with Dee Snider coming out of it, which was a pretty cool gimmick at the time. But yeah, it's probably my least favourite album of theirs, quite honestly, this one. This one is most people's least favourite, gets quite a lot of shit, but I actually really like it. It is, well, I think it was originally supposed to be a Dee Snider solo album, But yeah, the record company insisted on putting Twisted Sister on it, and it's a bit glammy. It's probably their most commercial, but it's got some really good songs on it, I think. Wake Up Sleeping Giant is quite a heavy one to start off with. Hot Love, super catchy. Title track, Love's for Suckers, good. I'm So Hot for You. Tonight, Me and the Boys. Honestly, it's a super catchy album, produced by Beau Hill, who did all the rap stuff. And I've got no problem with this album whatsoever. I think it's really cool. Well, maybe not cool, but certainly very enjoyable to listen to. So if you've not heard it, check it out, especially if you like that sort of real glammy sound that was doing the rounds at the time. Twisted Sister live. This was live at the Hammersmith Odeon in the UK. 2-disc set. This is from the era. Let's have a look what songs it's got on it. Yeah, it's got I Wanna Rock SMF on it, so it must have been from the Stay Hungry era. Yeah, 84. Yeah, decent. 2 CDs. Yeah, pretty decent. I've had this for years, man. So yeah, there's that. And last is the Best of Twisted Sister, Big Hits and Nasty Cuts. I don't think there's anything particularly on here that wasn't on any of the other albums. A couple of live versions of this and that. It's only rock and roll. Live version of that, it's worth getting probably just for that. I think that was originally the B-side of I Am, I'm Me. I remember as a kid listening to that and, you know, being completely shocked by the amount of cussing that there was on there. I wasn't used to that at that tender age. So yeah, that's Twisted Sister. Terra Vision, How to Make Friends and Influence People. Never really a massive fan of theirs. Picked this up in a charity shop for probably like 50p. And never really listened to it too much. Obviously Alice What's the Matter was the big single from this. So yeah, I should probably give that a proper listen at some point. And what else have we got here? Another one from Terra Vision, another charity shop one, Urban Survivors. Regular Urban Survivors, once again, not listened to it. Picked it up cheap, so once again, really should give this one a go. Let me know if you know it and whether you think, oh yeah, no, you're missing out there, buddy, or yeah, don't bother. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we're into Type O Negative now. Origin of the Feces. Really got into these around the time of Bloody Kisses, quite honestly, and Black Number One was obviously big on MTV at the time. This has got some good stuff on it though. I Know You're Fucking Someone Else is pretty cool. Hey Pete is like a Hey Joe kind of cover. Yeah, pretty decent album. Most of this stuff's pretty good, especially if you're in a bit of a, you know, shitty mood. Slow, Deep and Hard. Similar stuff on it to the one that I've just mentioned. Pretty good. Then we have Bloody Kisses, which is a very good album. Not necessarily the best for me, but still really, really good. It's got Black Number One, Christian Woman. Some really good stuff on there. Summer Breeze as well is on there as well, which I really like. This one is probably my favourite, October Rust. Love You to Death on here, really, really good album. Girlfriend's Girlfriend was the single. Praise of Bacchus I really like as well. Cinnamon Girls on here. Excellent album. Say rest in peace, Pete Steele. Next one is this one, which is World Coming Down. This is probably their darkest, which is saying something. Comes in a slipcase. That's the cover as well. Yeah, probably their darkest album, really quite depressing, but still pretty good if you're in a shitty mood, once again. I think that's it for the Typo. Yeah, the last couple I haven't got. Once again, they're becoming harder to get nowadays as well, so I do intend to pick them up, but it's just a case of when they sort of fall into my lap, really. Now, what have we got? Two Life Crew. I put these in with T, even though it's like, you know, a 2, but it's, you know, 2 begins with T, so it's difficult with the numbered ones. This is live in concert, Two Life Crew. Not the best rap crew in the world, to be honest with you, but quite comical. I think I did get this in a charity shop, and it's got Me So Horny on it, which probably their most famous track. But anyway, next up we have The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, original motion picture soundtrack. Really big fan of the spaghetti westerns with Clint Eastwood. Soundtrack also really good. This one's got The Ecstasy of Gold on it, which is the Metallica intro music, so if you're a fan of Metallica, you'll know that one. What else have we got now? Yeah, I do like the a lot. Matt Johnson, pretty much just a one-man band. This is their second album, I think. This is Soul Mining. Things like Uncertain Smile, This Is the Day. Really good stuff. Best album of theirs is probably this one, which is Infected, and this has got a few extra remixes on there of like the title track, Sweet Bird of Truth and Slow Train to Dawn. It's got the 12-inch versions of them, but this one's a real banger, I think. Every track is superb. So that's Infected. These are all from the 80s, so like this one was 1986, the one before 1980, I don't know, 4 maybe, 5. Mind Bomb, 4th album by now. This one's got like Beaten Generation, Armageddon, Days Are Here Again, Violence of Truth. This one's got Johnny Marr from the Smiths on guitar as well. So that's a really good album. And then the last one of theirs that I've got, which is the last proper album they really did, I think, from 1992. This is Dusk, Dogs of Lust, slow motion replay. Both really good tracks on there. This Is the Night's really good as well. Bit more guitar-y, this album as well, but also really, really good album. And then the last few bits we're going to do today, Tiny Temper, Discovery, kind of hip-hop, dance kind of stuff from the UK, probably early 2010s. Pass Out was the real big track on here, Written in the Stars as well. Miami to Ibiza with Swedish House Mafia. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I used to listen to it quite a bit back in the day. So got that one. This one's another charity shop special, To Pow, Bridge of Spies. Huge in the 80s for 5 minutes. Obviously China in Your Hand and Heart and Soul, which is still kind of a banger, to be honest with you, are the key tracks on there. This one I've not listened to. This is Hey Maker by Throwdown. This is one that I picked up very cheaply, and you know, I think it's like a metalcore style thing, but I say I've not checked it out yet, so let me know if you've heard that one. And this one also, Tunes of Despair. I think I gave this one a bit of a spin, and it's your typical black metal, which I'm not a massive fan of, but I think I did pick this up for like £1 or something, so I think it's worth a bit more than that. So Tunes of Despair probably sounds exactly like it, you know, says. So yeah, that's it. That's my my first part of my T CDs. I find it difficult to, you know, yeah, speak. So yeah, that's the first part of T. Second part of T will be coming up shortly, and say I've got some new stuff to show off as well, including say a couple of new albums and a few other bits and pieces that I've either bought from eBay, charity shops, etc., etc. So may get a few more bits over this weekend as well. See how it goes on. But thanks all very much for watching. I appreciate you all. Yeah, keep watching my channel, and if you keep watching, I'll keep doing videos. So Thanks very much. You all take it steady and have a great weekend. Cheers.